Hey everyone, this is Spidey Fan 101, and today I wanted to talk about something that really kinda sparked in my head, but I wanted to talk about it for a while. I want to bring up this one question. Should these studios bring back nostalgia? Now, I think that nostalgia is very important, especially in the time we live in now, because, nostalgia is the best thing. Now, I understand I have plenty of nostalgia, but should these studios be bringing nostalgia back from those times? And this really sparked in my mind because with the recent release of Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom and people not being so kind about it and everything that's going on with Star Wars right now, it just really something. And then with Predator coming out and that's having a mixed reception, I just it really sparked in my head. And honestly, here's the thing. I love Star Wars, right? Here. I have Rogue One on Blu-ray. I have all six of the original films on Blu-ray. I have Star Wars Episode 7, Star Wars Episode 8, Star Wars Rebels Season 1, Star Wars Rebels Season 2, Star Wars Rebels Season 3, and Star Wars Rebels Season 4 didn't come out yet. So, I love Star Wars, and I didn't really get into it until Episode 7 came out. And it wasn't until I saw Episode 7 to where I was I felt the magic of Star Wars. Something in my heart every time I watch that movie just ignites. And no, it's not just Rey. Although, look, I have Star Wars posters in multiple areas of my room. Here, let me show you. I have one on my door for Rey. And right beneath that, I have a Last Jedi poster. On the ceiling, I have a Rogue One poster of Jyn. And of course, as you've seen in the videos, I have the one for Qi'ra from Solo. So, yeah. I love Star Wars. I haven't been as connected with it as everyone else because, I just recently got into it, but I think Star Wars is awesome. And I love Solo. However, the box office is something that we can't just avoid because it's not if you didn't want to see the movie because it's a movie about Han Solo, why would I want to see that? That's fine because it's you're entitled to your own opinion. But if it was someone from the toxic side of the community, I made a video, I haven't uploaded it yet, but I made a video talking about these group of people trying to work on this Episode 8 remake, and I'm just talking about how it's a bad idea, and how the Star Wars fans can just be very toxic. And this goes for a lot of other franchises too. It's not as bad as Star Wars, but the fans are not as toxic as the Star Wars community. But a lot of the same hatred goes to a lot of the same fans lie in those other franchises too, like Jurassic Park. When they brought back Jurassic Park with Jurassic World, here, that movie was generally received well, but there was a lot of hatred going towards it. Then Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom comes out. Everyone's taking a dump on it. Not everyone, but the majority of people that I've seen talk about it are basically dumping on it. And then we had Terminator come out a couple years ago. That film was hated. Then we have the Predator movie coming out. That film's getting mixed reception with the trailers. And the trailer's not that good for the movie anyway, but, you know, still getting mixed receptions. I mean, this brings up the interesting topic, to me at least, of should studios bring back nostalgia? And my answer is yes. But only the studios that actually love the property. Because, like, you can argue that some studios that have these properties don't really care about it. Like, for example, Terminator. I'm pretty sure that film was just a cash grab. And yes, I see it because Emilia Clarke was in it, and I love Emilia Clarke, but, you know, that movie, like, they spoiled, like, half the movie in one of their trailers. Like, they spoiled that John Connor was a Terminator. Like, how are you gonna reveal that in the trailer? And then with Jurassic Park, like, they're just, you know, I'm pretty sure that was made for the money too. Because I heard on an interview that the director of the film knew that he had to do 2 movies to go with the vision that he wanted. So he put this one out, and then the next one is going to be the one he wants to do. So this was basically a filler movie, which means filler movies are basically cash grabs. So yeah, say the only ones that are doing the nostalgia the right way in certain aspects is Star Wars, because yes, like the president of Lucasfilm, Kathleen Kennedy, I have no hatred against Kathleen Kennedy, by the way. I'm sure she's very nice. But, you know, people can argue that she doesn't really know Star Wars. And a lot of times I'm just like, maybe because I hear all these things about what was in the books, and I'm starting to get more into the books. Like, I got the book for The Last Jedi. I haven't finished reading it yet, but overall it's pretty good. And I got the Before the Awakening book that came out before The Force Awakens, and that one's pretty good too. And I've heard about people talking about other books and saying how they don't really follow things that were in those books in the movies, which, you know, is kind of a missed opportunity. But, you know, yeah, I mean, I don't have a problem with the new trilogy. As a matter of fact, I love the new trilogy, because these films, like, I love them both. I mean, I like one more than the other, but I generally love these movies. And they're the ones that brought back, well, this is the one that brought back Star Wars. But, you know, I feel like this film took risks that not a lot of people expected, which I didn't expect. I mean, I still remember when they tried to make me think that Rey was the villain of the story, which I will never forgive you for, Lucasfilm. I will never forgive you for that. But, yeah, I mean, you have people talking about, and I remember people talking about online how they wanted to get Episode 8 out of canon, and I still don't understand why a lot of people don't like The Last Jedi. Like, I have a friend at my school. He doesn't like The Last Jedi, and I'm like, alright, I listened to all the points that he made, and I'm like, okay, that's understandable. But my thing is, like, my fear is that there are less fans out there that, like, have general criticisms about the movie, and there are more people out there that hate the film because, oh, it stars a woman, oh, there's a female Jedi, oh, there are female heroes in this, oh, there's a black guy, oh, no, I don't want that, oh, Rose, oh, she's so annoying, blah, 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 blah. Like, My fear is that there are more fans like that out there than fans that have general, actual criticisms about it. That's my fear. And I think, and generally, Disney has done Star Wars justice, in my opinion. And I mean, like, if you give these nostalgic properties to the right people, like Incredibles 2, should I say, if that movie came out and it pandered to the kids even a little bit, I would have been on this camera ranting, because Incredibles is one of my favorite movies of all time. It's the movie that I've seen the most amount of times in the theater. I saw Incredibles 1 9 times in the theaters. I've never seen any other film that people. Like Incredibles 2, should I say. If that movie came out and it pandered to the kids even a little bit, I would have been on this camera ranting, because Incredibles is one of my favorite movies of all time. It's the movie that I've seen the most amount of times in the theater. I saw Incredibles 1 9 times in the theaters. I've never seen any other film that many times in the theaters, because, you know, I'm broke. But but you know, it's the film I've seen the most amount of times. And honestly, that was made by Disney too. You know, they care. Disney cares about these properties. But I feel like there are less of people like Disney that actually care about these properties, because, you know, some companies just do it for the money. I feel like we need to keep these properties away from people like that, because people that just want for the money don't care. So yeah, like, I'm with you. Like, the people that have general criticisms about how Star Wars is going, about how Jurassic Park is going, about how Terminator is going, the people that have general opinions about it and not just racist, stupid, idiotic remarks, the people that have general criticisms about it, I get you. I get it. I've had plenty of my favorite franchises as a kid get destroyed by people that don't care. The main example would be Ben 10, the new show. That new show sucks. And I grew up with Ben 10. I grew up with Ben 10. I grew up with Ben 10 Alien Force, Ben 10 Ultimate Alien, Ben 10 Omniverse. I grew up with the movies. I grew up with the video games. I grew up with all of it. And all of that, it's like Cartoon Network took it, spit in the face, threw it in the toilet, flushed it down, and just made this 99-cent dollar store Ben 10 show, and it was awful. Awful. I mean, if I don't look at it as a Ben 10 show and I look at it as just some random show that Cartoon Network's just pulling out of their buttocks, then I'm like, okay, whatever. That's the same thing I do with Teen Titans Go. I don't look at it as a Teen Titans follow-up. I don't look at it as a Teen Titans satire. I don't look at it as a follow-up to Teen Titans. I look to it as a satire of the DC Universe. And a show that Cartoon Network put out of their buttocks. But, you know, like, bottom line, gotta give these franchises to people that care. Disney, the franchises that they have, they care about their properties. And even when you say about Star Wars, oh, Star Wars is not going the way I want, there are rumors out there that they tried to fire Kathleen Kennedy, or Bob Iger, the president of Disney. So, they hear you. They hear us. But, you know, it's going to take them some time to actually do something about it. I mean, the bottom line here Just give these franchises to people that care. Alright? Alright. So, this is Spider-Fan 101 saying peace. Have a good day.